Doug, welcome to our seventh TacoByte.
There's been 7?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the 7th one, and I have a juicy topic for us to talk about. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I heard this saying. I don't know if it's a saying. I heard this sentence, and I thought it was awesome, and it can be the cornerstone of what we talk about today. The saying goes this way: calculated rewards are the worst. And the person who said it in a talk elaborated that when rewards are calculated, meaning people are used to getting the same thing, expect them, the only time people notice them is when they're not there. They don't notice its arrival. They only notice its absence. And they don't actually make people feel appreciated. You know, the Starbucks $5 off email every birthday or whatever they do. I don't think it makes you feel like the CEO of Starbucks sent you an email necessarily to wish you happy birthday, right? So the topic for today is rewards. How have you thought about rewards when it comes to Hey Taco?
Well, it's changed a lot. In the beginning, it was something that I used as a way to build the business. In fact, Hey Taco was originally free. People used it to give tacos, and I added rewards as a way to get people to subscribe. And what I realized shortly after was that I was selling the wrong thing, and I was selling the ability for people to add rewards, but what I really learned was that I needed to sell the ability for people to recognize their peers. So it's changed a lot since then. In the beginning, it was to start the business, and now here we are. I've been resistant to gift cards over the years, and the main reason has been because once you introduce gift cards, there is a good chance, not always, I've seen it work, but there's a good chance that peer-to-peer recognition can suddenly turn transactional. And what I mean by that is that people are now giving tacos because they want the rewards. And I've had these conversations with people over the years where this has happened. You know, in fact, people have come to Hey Taco because this has happened over on other platforms where people are just engaging and giving points or whatever because of the financial incentives. So through that, I became very opinionated around including rewards with recognition. And it hasn't been until recently that I've kind of let go a little bit on my feelings around that. As long as it's done in a mindfully way. And what I mean by that is that the rewards are not driving the engagement. When the rewards are driving the engagement, I think that you have a solution that's not working. And so that's just a little bit how my thinking around it has changed. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I always tell our customers that if you use rewards as a carrot, as soon as you remove the carrot, the recognition will stop as well.
Yeah.
But instead, use the rewards as a celebration, as an other extra layer of recognition for people who are engaging, who are sharing recognition and giving it and receiving it, versus, hey, be nice to each other so you can get something, right?
Yeah.
Just that slight change in when the reward is introduced in a recognition program can really cement the connection between recognition and rewards for a company.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, my son who plays hockey, I did a little experiment with him. And what I did is I incentivized his performance. So for every goal that he scored, I gave him $10. What I learned was that, yes, it worked. However, it worked at the sacrifice of him being a team player. Now, all of a sudden, he was focused on himself and focused on being the goal scorer. And he was missing opportunities to pass to other players. And so it created this almost like a toxic, not an environment, but it didn't end well. And so I put my foot down and I stopped incentivizing his performance. And that's when I realized, like, if he wants to go out there and score goals, he's got to do it from within. I can externally motivate him, but at the end of the day, for somebody to go out there and achieve greatness, they have to do it intrinsically. And so this has been a conversation for years at Hey Taco, is the extrinsic versus intrinsic motivation. And rewards have a really great way at extrinsically motivating people. And so I caution teams about that all the time. And to your point, the carrot, dangling the carrot in front of somebody, yes, you can get people to engage and give and use your platform if there's something for them in it, right? If there's something for them outside of their internal feelings and their internal reasons for using it.
One thing that also happens when you use rewards, especially monetary ones, as too much of an incentive. As soon as you get rid of them, people just stop saying thank you because they only associated gratitude and recognition with their colleagues with a reward. And we all know that budgets change, money comes and goes, and you might not always have the great budget you might have right now for employee rewards. And if you rely too much on those to drive behavior, as soon as you get rid of them, people will just stop saying thank you. They'll stop engaging in that behavior. Now, unrelated but related, how did you make that transition from incentivizing behavior to now not, with probably at the time an 8-year-old, right?
Sure.
That's a big change management, even with the one person that could have fallen flat and have been a terrible experience, but sounds like it went well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm still working on it, but the transition was, okay, I'm not only going to reward you for scoring, but I'm also going to reward you for assisting. So now all of a sudden it's not just about him going out there and being the playmaker and putting the puck in the net. Now it's about him going out there and helping his teammates. That changed things a little bit, but it still didn't feel right. I still felt like I was stripping away the love of the game, right? Because he was just so focused on the reward that he could get from playing the game. So he's a big gamer, and so I tippy-toed around the idea of this, and sure enough, the outcome that I thought would happen is what happened, and that was he became very focused on just scoring goals and less about the love of the game. So for the past 3-4 years since I did that, I've been working on helping him rebuild the love of the game and going out there on the ice and playing because it's what he loves to do.
Was it harder? Do you think it was harder to not instill, but to recognize the love in the game because you had done the more transactional incentive before? Like, did you dig a hole a little bit that you kind of had to get yourself out of?
Kind of. I actually believe I did. And and thankfully it wasn't a deep hole because this experiment I did for a short period of time. When I started seeing how it changed the dynamics on the team, but not only out on the ice, but it changed the dynamics in the locker room because now the kids knew that Charlie was getting money for scoring goals. Now all the other kids wanted their parents to pay them for goals. So it created this, what I believe, a very toxic environment in the locker room and out on the ice. And if there's anybody listening that has a kid playing sports, I caution incentivizing performance because it's a great way to get your kid to go out there and perform, but they're performing for you. They're performing for the reward. And really what you want is you want your kid going out there and perform because it's what they love to do. It's what makes them feel great.
Hey, at least those kids didn't come to you asking for money for goals scored. At least they went to their own parents. Otherwise, Doug's the team performance coordinator over here.
Yeah, that idea was actually floated around that I would incentivize all the kids on the team. And thankfully that didn't happen.
Okay, so we have a big feature that we're about to release to our customers, which kind of prompted this conversation, and you touched on it. Gift cards. Can you, if someone's listening to it, can you explain how rewards in Hey Taco work and what this new feature is?
Yeah. So right now, rewards in Hey Taco are manual. And what I mean by that is you, as an administrator of Hey Taco, you go in there and you create the reward. When somebody redeems it, you fulfill it. And so we are introducing gift cards where we are handling fulfillment. So you can go in there as an admin of Hey Taco, you can create a gift card reward, somebody can redeem it, and then we are handling all the redemptions on our end. So it's really kind of taking the giving people back their time, if you will, right? So the people that are currently using gift cards and doing the fulfillment, we are giving you back your time.
We touched on why you were so against it, and all of us were a little bit, not excited about it. And years ago, right, when you and I started working together, we didn't even have a thought of doing this because it was very antithetical to our beliefs about recognition and rewards. But we've changed in the last 6 months. We decided to build this. How would you summarize why we decided to change and actually build this feature.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like all I really want to do is help people, whether it's feel more recognized or seen or heard, or just help them with our platform, getting the most out of our platform. And um, gift cards for me, I know there's been customers that have left. They have canceled Hey Taco because we did not handle the fulfillment of gift cards. And I was okay with that for many years. And I think I woke up one morning and I realized, like, what am I doing? I'm trying to build a business. I'm trying to not only help people outside of Hey Taco, but I'm also trying to help people from within Hey Taco, bringing people into Hey Taco, employing people, and just doing the right thing, even when no one's looking. And so doing the right thing when nobody was looking is helping people with fulfilling gift cards, because for many companies, using gift cards works. And even though I love to focus on the situations where it doesn't work, there are many companies that are using Hey Taco, using other platforms out there, in incentivizing with gift cards, so it can work. And our job now is to help people, do it right. And uh, I want to be available, and I think you too, to help people onboard them with using gift cards, because there's a wrong way to do it and there's a right way to do it. And it just, you have to be cautious. And I think we're going to slide into the right, what does right look like?
Exactly. I would say that for me, the big realization came when one of our customers, who's been using Hey Taco for a long time and is so they have a great culture of gratitude, like just a genuine culture of gratitude. When they came to us and said, hey guys, this is killing us. We have people all over the world. This is taking so much time. We love what you're about. We love working with you, but this is ridiculous, right? And for you and I, for the longest time, thought that people who use gift cards are very transactional. Maybe we just put people in a bucket, right? And then we met a lot of these people who have genuine cultures and they're using gift cards in a very celebratory way, especially with a remote team, right? This is how they reward people. This is how they connect with them. This is how they called it the celebration mechanism. And meeting those people made us realize, or made me realize, wow, you can do it in a well thought out way. And these are our people, right? It's not just customers that we have outgrown or they have outgrown us. These are people we want to continue working for as long as we exist, right? How do we help those people continue building those cultures? And that to me was this aha moment. Like, these are our people and let's go help them, as you said. One or two things that we have still built guardrails into our product that will make it hopefully more awesome and more intentional is that the administrators still get to curate gift cards, right? There's not just thousands of gift cards that your employees can choose from. We have those, but the administrator gets to curate the experience that they want their team to have, right? Having thousands of 2,000s of choices of gift cards can feel overwhelming and not very thoughtful, right? You're just kind of showing up and throwing up with the gift cards. But with us, the administrators will be able to choose a selection of gift cards that they want, and also write descriptions that are more engaging, right? So instead of gifting someone an Amazon gift card, you can gift them a shopping spree, or you can use an Airbnb gift card to say, hey, go take a trip somewhere, right? So it's a lot of times the rightness of how you use gift cards is in the positioning.
Absolutely.
And enabling, what does it enable for the person versus just a feature? It's a gift card, right? But what it actually enables is time spent with family or shopping on the company where you're being rewarded for it, right? So a lot of those things, hopefully our administrators are going to take advantage of to curate that experience for their teammates. That's not just dopey. Here's a gift card. Good luck.
I love that. And you're right. Like a gift card alone in itself can be dopey, but when you position it as an experience, right? And then the gift cards on the back end, it's such a better reward. And another thing I feel like it's important to mention here for anyone who's just getting started with Hey Taco, I think it's a good idea to wait to add rewards. And I've felt this way for many years. And the reason is you want people to give initially again, for that intrinsic reason, right? Because for how it feels, you don't want them to start giving because of the rewards. I recommend waiting to add rewards. I've done it. I've said this for years. I think it works, and I think a good time to add rewards is a few weeks in, maybe 3-4 weeks in. At that point, people have been giving tacos without rewards. They've been doing it for how it feels to give and to receive. And I think at that point in time, the rewards do become more of a celebration rather than a motivator. So just wanted to throw that in there.
I could not agree more. Can you also elaborate more about the two other types of rewards that we'll continue having in Hey Taco? One of them is very near and dear to our heart.
Yeah. So the two other rewards in Hey Taco are the custom reward, which really I've seen people use the custom rewards for really incredible stuff. But this can be simply something like, a high five from the CEO, or the CEO has to wear a taco costume the next time she or he speaks in front of the company. Silly stuff like that has worked really well for many customers over the years. The other reward type is my favorite, and this is probably one that we have not done the best job at selling or marketing or telling people about, and that is our collaborative rewards, aka team rewards. And these are all about bringing people together to pool their tacos, so to collaborate, and to redeem a reward together. And nobody else is doing this, at least I don't know of anybody else doing this. And I feel like it's such a powerful way to really bring rewards to Hey Taco in a non like, what is this going to do for me type of way. So those are the two other ones.
The collaborative rewards are super fun. Teams, especially around the holidays, use them a lot for tacos for charity
I love that.
donations, right? Or
Yeah.
tacos to take time off and volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different creative ways. I mean, we launched a little reward at Hey Taco that was about, we can choose your hat for the week, right? If you contribute enough tacos because you wear a hat every day of your life, maybe the
Pretty
team
much.
can choose what kind of hat Doug wears from his collection. Little silly stuff. It doesn't cost any money, but it can bring team together in a really fun way.
Yeah, you mentioned the charity rewards. I love when I see those. We have a couple customers that do them monthly, and it's just so great to see the gratitude kind of flowing through all the way to the rewards. And it really says a lot about a company that creates rewards for giving back. And every time I see it, it warms my heart for sure.
Doug, what is your favorite reward you have ever received as an employee? Before you talk or whatever, what's one thing that really you still remember?
Favorite reward as an employee, just over the course of my career?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna have to jump back in time because been working at Hey Taco for almost 9 years.
It could be at Hey Taco too, but
okay.
Just I'm curious.
Favorite reward that I've received in my career, probably it'd probably be something around taking time off and really disconnecting, unplugging, because I feel like it's so important, right? And I think it's hard. It's harder for me, but I'm sure it's also hard for a lot of other people to just really let go and to turn things off. But when the company forces you to do that, right, and like literally you cannot sign into email, or everything's shut off, it's actually a beautiful thing. And so I would say that would probably be the best reward that I've received over the years, was mandatory time off.
I feel like
highly recommended.
I feel like you're hinting here, and like, let's log Doug out of his Slack and email and be like, Doug, you're on PTO today.
Or you took a few days off, and you're over in Croatia sending emails. I'm like, what is Una doing? She's supposed to be on vacation.
Well, we're not Amazon, we don't have thousands of employees covering for each other. We're a small team, and
it's true,
and that's kind of fun. Okay, that's good.
How about you? How about you? I'm so curious now. How about you?
For me, this is why the saying of calculated rewards are the worst. It resonated so deeply with me because it's everything that I hate about rewards. Like, you know, even when we talk about like birthday and service celebrations that are automated, I'm like, it makes me cringe so much. Anything that's automated and the same, I'm like, oh, could you not think about this a little bit more? One of my favorite rewards was at my last company when I got my green card. So getting a green card takes forever. And I finally got my green card. And that means that you can work anywhere you want in the United States, right? You're not tied to your employer. It's just freedom. You can do everything besides vote, which is, you know, it's a lot. So after 12 years of living here, I got my green card. And this is mountains of paperwork and all that stuff, right? So there were some other people who had gotten the green card before. And for everyone, we did like a little celebration. And I just got a hodgepodge of everything that's American flag themed. A sweatshirt, pajama pants, Converse, got like Converse shoes that had stars on them, backpacks, glasses, whatever. And then we did a little celebration of like a Pledge of Allegiance that was written exactly just for me. And we did that for everyone who got a green card of the company. And it was fun because it was personal, right? It was about Una. It wasn't about, hey, this is our process for what we do when someone becomes a citizen or whatever. And it was just fun and silly, right? So specific, fun, silly. Again, it didn't cost much money. It just took someone to be like, what would Una like? Right? And then let me buy some random stuff on Amazon to get delivered to her and enjoy it. I was like, that was just fun.
That's cool.
I still have a lot of that gear, by the way. The sweatshirt was surprisingly comfortable. So I don't really wear it, 4th of July maybe, but that's it.
It's funny.
Awesome, Doug. Well, thank you for sharing more about the Hey Taco rewards. The feature's coming out soon, so hopefully people will have a chance to try it out. And as always, share feedback with us. That's how we develop Hey Taco, is by people telling us what their issues are, what they could like more of, and then we kind of grow that way.
Indeed. Until next time.